Bravo, Yanni!
Hi everyone, I'm Yanni from OKX Wallet team. Today I will share two open source library, which is SwiftHook and ImpressionKit. Let's start. So what's hook? It is do some extra logic before or after executing the function, even completely modify the original logic without touching the source code of the function. SwiftHook is a library to help hook method in Swift and Objective-C. It makes aspect-oriented programming easier. So here, I will show you a demo. Here we have a class named test object. It has a method named test method with two keywords here. One is @objc. It's to make this method accessible from Objective-C. And the dynamic tells Swift to always refer to Objective-C dynamic dispatch. So here, we create an object and do the hook things. First, we tell the API which object do we want to hook, and which function, which method we want to hook. So this is a hook closure. You will see it's not a normal Swift closure. It actually is an Objective-C block. We use this add convention block to declare a Swift closure as an Objective-C block. So the first parameter is actually another closure, which means original method closure. When you call this closure, then you call to the original method. The next parameter is object instance, which is this one. Yeah. The third method is test method selector. So here we call the test method of this object. So let's run this test case. Firstly, it will run into our hook loader. So you can do anything you want before executing the test method, and you can run the original method here by this code, and do whatever you want after execute the test method. Let's continue. Here, we run the original method. Now we return ABC as a result. Let's continue. In the hook closure, we got the original result as ABC. Now we change the result from ABC to 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Let's continue. We see here, the final result, we did it, we hook it. It's changed from ABC to 1, 2, 3. Yeah. That's how it works. So basically, this hook only affects the specific object, which is this one. You also can hook for all instances of a class. Use this API. So which class do we want to hook? Which test method? Which method do we want to hook? So this is actually same as method swizzling. Yeah. You can also hook a class function, a class method, or a static method. Yeah. Let's go back. How does SwiftHook work? So first, at runtime, create a subclass based on the class of the object, and dynamically create an AMP. Actually, it's a pointer to the function of a method implementation. Third, we add a new method with the selector and the AMP to the class. Then set the new class to the object. So that technique is called instant swizzling, which is used by Apple to implement KVO. This graph shows how it works. So normally we call a method here. It will call the AMP directly. Then, if we do the hook things, first we create a new class dynamically, which is dynamic underscore test object, and it has a method. The selector is the same as the super one, and it has a hook logic, which is the NP. In this hook logic, we call the hook closer. Hook closer is actually your code. You can decide to call the original logic in your code. So the key point is how to call an IMP dynamically and how to create an IMP dynamically. Here, we use the library named libffi foreign function interface. When you call a standard C function, actually you need to follow some rules. So where to put the parameters and where to get the result. So different architecture has different rules. So this rule is called calling convention, also called application binary interface, ABI. So libffi help us to manage these things. We just tell libffi which function we want to call and what's the type of the parameters and what's the type of the for the result. Then libffi help us to do all these things. Yeah. How to create an IMP dynamically? We also use libffi. It provides a way to write a general function. So this technique is called trampoline. So for trampoline, it's a big and complicated topic. I will not share it here. Feel free to Google it if you want to know how it works. So let's talk about some user scenario of SwiftHook. You can hook view did appear for UI view controller to record user's path, understand which pages user has been to. You also can hook view will appear and view did appear for UI view controller to calculate open speed to know, oh, this page is performance good or not. You can also hook a deallocate method for object or view controller for manually leak checking. Yeah. You can also implement impression event tracking, which is the second topic of my sharing. Now, what's impression event? An impression event actually refers to a user actually see a piece of content rather than just passing it as a glance. So analysis of impression events help us to understand our user. For example, we know how many users really see this advertisements or how many users see this new feature. Yeah. ImpressionKit is a tool to detect impression events for UI view in iOS with a quite simple API. For example, here you have a view and call this API detect impression. When the impression event triggered, you will get the callback here. Let's see a demo. Here has a scroll view. When the color change from red to green, it means the impression event be triggered. So let's say if I scroll very fast. So in this case, user may not really see any views, so there's no impression event. When I stop here for a while, so this means user had time to focus on any views, so the impression event will be triggered. Yeah, this is how it looks like. So how does ImpressionKit work? So firstly, we convert the views frame to those in the root window. Check the frame is on screen or not. Then we start a timer to do the step 1 periodically. Then we know how long the views in the screen. Third, we hook the did move to window with SwiftHook. Stop the timer when the window becomes new to save performance. Because in the step 1, we need to call some API of UIKit. So we have to do it in main thread. So we have to do the step 3 to stop the timer in some cases to save performance. Yeah, that's it for my sharing, and feel free to scan this QR code to get the GitHub links. And thank you everyone for listening. Have a good day.
Fantastic, thanks, Yanni. I always love just how much stuff you can do with the Objective-C runtime, isn't it? There's so much cool things you can do. It's a bit sad we can't really do proper swizzling with pure Swift code, but I'm sure, oh! Mic drop. But yeah, fantastic, thank you so much for that. Everyone please give one more round of applause for Yanni.